England to America, okay? England is also Protestant. The Protestant Reformation is going to change to the Enlightenment. The Enlightenment is, there may be a God, but God doesn't really interfere in the universe. God lets us do whatever we want. Okay, so it's up to us to create our own world. So now that God has left, what happens is you need something to replace the God, right? This becomes money, okay? Money as God. And this works because if you insert money into the Protestant faith, it solves a lot of problems. It solves a problem of anxiety, because how do you know you go to heaven? If you become very wealthy. Okay? And everyone, how do you know you're favored by God? Whoever becomes the wealthiest, okay? So money becomes the new religion of America. And this is what ultimately leads to the triumph of transnational capitalism, okay? All right. Okay, so how do we get from the Dutch Republic to England? Okay, the answer is very simple. The problem is that the Dutch Republic, it is on the continent of Europe. Therefore, it's very easy to invade. Now you have a problem, like how do you keep your money safe from invaders, okay? Because they have a lot of gold. And so what they will do is they will take this money, and in 1688, they will transfer most of this money to England, okay? So how does England convince the Dutch to invest in England? Well, first thing is they make a Dutch aristocrat, Willem of Orange, the king of England, okay? All right? 1688, England invites Willem of Orange to become the king of England. That's number one. Number two is the Bank of England is set up in 1694. What makes the Bank of England special is that it is a private bank that is guaranteed by Parliament. Okay, does that make sense, guys? What this means is this. What this means is that if I make a lot of money, I keep it. But if I lose my money, the people will ensure that I get it back. Okay? Now what's going to happen is the Bank of England will lend money to England to fight wars. Remember, the Bank of England, what it is, it's transnational capital. So it's private interest, but anyone can invest it, including the Dutch Republic, including, guess what? The Catholic Church. Okay? And the third thing is secret societies. So what's going to happen is that secret societies are going to create these linkages among these different transnational capital groups in order to allow them to work together, okay? All right? So does it make sense? And what's really important is this system will transfer over to America, creating a system that we have today. The Bank of England becomes the Federal Reserve. Secret societies transfer over. These are the Freemasons, okay? All right? Does it make sense, guys? And this is why we have the system that we have today. The thing that you need to understand about the Federal Reserve is the Federal Reserve was set up in like 1913 or 14, I can't remember, okay? But the Federal Reserve, what they can do is print money. It's a private bank. It's a private interest. They print money, and the government, how's it going to spend money? It borrows from the Federal Reserve at interest. Okay, so the people are borrowing from the bankers. And so that's why America is controlled by private interests. Right? Clear?